Kyodo News English World。
はい、皆さんこんにちは。こちらは共同通信海外部のポッドキャストです。海外部では国内外で起きている出来事について取材してオリジナルの英文語記事を発信したり、日本語のニュースを英語に翻訳したりしています。海外部のいろんな国から集まる仲間たちと英語と日本語を交えて楽しくおしゃべりしていけたらと思っています。私は山口と申します。昨年まで日本語の記者をしていて海外部に移動してきました。よろしくお願いいたします。
Hello everyone, my name is Toma and I've been at Kyoto for 4 to 5 years now. At the office, I'm known as a voracious book reader, and I recently finished Madhouse at the End of the Earth by Julian Sancton. よろしくお願いします。
はい、ありがとうございます。今日は、スペシャルゲストとして、ジャカルタ支局から、クリスティンさんをお迎えして、放送しています。クリスティンさん、Thank you for joining us. Can you introduce yourself to our listeners?
Yeah. Konnichiwa minasan. I'm Christine from Jakarta Bureau of Kyodo News. I'm English staff writer in Jakarta. Beside me, we have 2 other English writer and 1 Japanese writer, 1 driver, and 1 office manager in Jakarta. Compared to other bureau in Southeast Asia, our bureau is a bit larger. It's about 120 square meter, and we just moved to a new office recently because our old office, the building has been destroyed to be rebuilt as a state Islamic bank. Yeah, so we just moved recently.
See, that's exciting, isn't it?
It is. So, Christine, what is it that you usually write about? Like, what do you specialize in?
Because we are Indonesian correspondent, we have no specialization, but we covered most of everything, but mostly about political issues in Indonesia. Sometimes we covered major economic matters, and then social issues, tourism.
So like you cover everything, right? Like from natural disasters to like politics to
yes,
like economy,
natural disaster,
like international conferences.
Yes.
Wow.
There are a lot of natural disasters in Indonesia because like Japan, Indonesia has a lot of volcanoes.
I see. So you have to be very versatile. Like you have to cover many different topics.
Yes.
I don't think I can do that myself. So is Jakarta Bureau like in the center of Jakarta?
Yes, in the center of Jakarta, just in front of the national monument, Jakarta's icon.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, so you mentioned that you have to basically be very versatile, but do you also cover things in other regions of Southeast Asia?
Yes. When, for example, there is an ASEAN meeting, I travel to those countries, and also Jakarta Bureau is also responsible for East Timor. So you cover that region as well. Yes, yeah.
Oh, wow.
So sometimes I go to East Timor.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. Seems like there's a lot of travel. I mean,
Yes.
you have to do
on
a daily basis because I was just wondering because Indonesia is consists of many different islands, right?
Yes, we have 17,000 islands.
17,000.
So when there's a volcano eruption or something like that, you travel by plane or
mostly by plane? Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it takes time. There was one coverage that took I think 4 days just to travel.
Oh.
Why did it take
by plane and then by boat?
Wow.
4 days to get to an island.
That's only for going to that place and then for come back.
Wow, that must be exhausting.
Yes. I covered about the whale hunting story at that time.
I see. Wow, that's so amazing. Like in Japan, like it's a small island. Like you can, if you take a like bullet train or something, like you can get to the the northern tip of like the main island, like in
a few hours.
In a few hours, like 3 or 4 hours. So yeah, it's so
to take
so
multiple
different.
days.
Yes.
Oh, I can't.
Just imagine
although like Ogasawara and places like that, I mean, it won't take 2 days, but I think it does.
I heard
Doesn't
like
it?
it takes a week.
It takes a week?
No,
I don't know.
Well, I don't know. Like maybe 2 or 3 days. Like by
My
boat.
God. I'm too used to taking trains and getting to places in like 3 hours. I'm too used to the convenience.
So you've been with Kyodo for
30
many
years.
So like 30 years. Wow.
Yes.
What was it like when you joined the company?
I was culturally shocked because Japanese people are different with Indonesian people. They are very disciplined, while Indonesian people like what we call rubber time. When you have an appointment, you can arrive between 15 to 30 minutes late, and everyone
The dream.
everyone is okay with that.
Is it called rubber time because rubber's like flexible?
Yeah, flexible.
Oh,
yeah.
wow,
We
that's
call
so
it
interesting.
jam karet. Jam time, karet, rubber.
Wow. I don't mind having that. Like
That would be nice. That'd be nice. Unfortunately, I don't know if it's unfortunately. I'm very Japanese in that sense, so that I have to get somewhere 10 minutes early, and if I'm only 5 minutes early, I start to panic.
In my first years in Kyodo, I was panic every day to arrive in office on time. I have to struggle to find ways to. Now I always arrive 15 minutes early.
Wow.
It's been ingrained. Yeah.
So before joining Kyodo, what were you doing?
I was a reporter for a local newspaper.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
I see. In Indonesian newspaper.
Indonesian in Indonesian language. Yeah.
So what got you into journalism to begin with?
I like writing since I was a kid. So when I was at elementary school, I won an award in writing, and also when I was at senior high school, I won a similar award.
Wow.
Yeah.
What was it that you wrote about?
When I was at elementary school, I wrote about my old school in my hometown. Yeah, and I forgot what I wrote when I was in senior high school.
Before joining Kyodo, like, were you familiar with like the Japanese culture? Like, did you watch,
not at all.
Not at all?
Yeah.
Wow.
So I started to like Japanese culture maybe a few years after I joined Kyodo. So I watched Japanese movies and like Japanese cake souvenir because they are very cute.
Oh, you mean like rice cakes or?
Is it like
everything? You make it very cute.
It's very aesthetically pleasing.
Yeah.
Japanese souvenirs.
I can get there.
I see. What's your favorite like Japanese movie like? Or
I was
like
just going to ask the same question.
Yeah, like any title.
Oh, Hellgirl.
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 Yeah, it's an anime about if you don't like someone, you can ask Hellgirl to kill him or her. Yeah.
Wow,
and
that's
also,
scary.
Yeah.
It's the modern Death Note.
Yes. Yeah.
Wow.
Do you have any recommendations, like maybe food-wise, for people who are visiting Indonesia?
If you like spicy food, I recommend rendang. It's beef meat cooked for a very long time, maybe about 7 hours in a lot of spices. CNN once declared is as the best food in the world.
Wow.
Well, but okay, I have zero tolerance for spicy food. What would you recommend for me?
If you are a vegetarian, I recommend gado-gado. It's like Indonesian salad with peanut sauce.
Oh, that sounds so good.
That sounds so good.
I just had lunch, but I'm hungry again.
Like Japanese people also like,
Nasi
like
goreng.
Nasi goreng and
Yes.
stuff.
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah, and we have a famous nasi goreng near our office in Jakarta. Nasi goreng kambing. Nasi goreng cooked with lamb.
Oh,
Oh, that sounds good. Everything sounds good.
I'm hungry now.
Yeah, and we also have like yakitori, satay. Yakitori with peanut sauce, and you can choose between sate ayam or sate kambing, chicken satay or lamb satay.
Oh, both sound really good. I'm already thinking about dinner now. Like, what do I get?
That's gonna make a good like side dish. I mean like when you're having a beer or something.
Yeah. It does make you want a beer.
Yeah, definitely. So, Christine-san, you were here for the Japan ASEAN summit. How was it? Like, what was your thought on the event? Like covering it?
The summit mostly discussed about 50 years of partnership and cooperation between ASEAN and Japan, and they talk a lot about digital economy and how to digitalize everything, and also it's actually for the future generation, and they also talk about maritime security because of the China's aggressiveness in South China Sea. So Japan wants to support Southeast Asia country for their maritime security. So like for Indonesia, Japan will grant one patrol boat for our Coast Guard. But one Indonesian official told me that actually they expect a bigger patrol boat from Japan because China's patrol boat is very big. So until recently we only use our warship to patrol. Warship to patrol near South China Sea, because our patrol boat are very small compared to China's one.
I see. From what I see, like what Japan is trying to do is to win favor from Southeast Asian countries with regard to the rising tension with China. And I was just wondering how are China and Japan perceived in the region, maybe in Indonesia.
Among ordinary
Indonesian people.
Indonesian people actually love anything about Japan very much. They love Japanese culture. They love enemies. And they love Japanese food. And I think more and more Indonesians visit Japan for holiday.
That's nice.
And many of them don't like everything about China. But when recently we inaugurated our China-made high-speed train, many people rush to try to ride on the train. Every day until now, it's always fully booked. Everyone wants to try.
And it was quite recent, right?
Yes.
It's very popular. So there's a growing influence from China, and then I guess that's a way to win favor from Indonesian people.
Yeah, it's just kind of adding on to the infrastructure in Indonesia.
Well, thank you so much for joining us, Christine-san. そろそろ時間になってきてしまったんですけれども、今回そのジャカルタ支局からクリスティンさんをお迎えしてお話しさせていただきました。普段聞けないジャカルタ支局のお話などもお伺いさせていただいて、とても私としてもすごく勉強になりました。どうもありがとうございました。 海外部では、共同ニュースプラスというサイトで、日本や世界で起きた出来事について英語のニュースを発信しています。皆さんのご興味のある記事も、たくさん掲載されていると思いますので、ぜひチェックしてみてください。それでは皆さん
See you next time!